Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're a marketer, a SaaS founder, an agency owner, or really anyone running a scaling business today, you probably share a very specific, very frustrating headache. Your business data is scattered across a dozen different tools, and honestly, trying to pull it all together feels like a second full-time job. Today, we're doing a practical, completely realistic review of Databox, which is a platform built specifically to solve this exact problem. We're going to explore how it promises to centralize your metrics, automate those tedious reports, and ultimately help you make faster, data-driven decisions, all without having to hire an expensive data engineer.
Okay, here's our quick roadmap for today. We'll start with a scattered data problem, look at how Databox centralizes your metrics, dive into the key features like the AI Genie, explore some real-world use cases, break down the pricing, and wrap up with a final verdict. All right, Section 1, the scattered data problem, or as I prefer to call it, drowning in tabs. So I want you to honestly ask yourself, how many hours did you waste this week just manually updating spreadsheets, pulling CSV files, or waiting around for analysts to get back to you? When a critical question about your business performance comes up, it's incredibly hard to get a clear, confident answer fast when you're piecing it together by hand. I mean, the chaos of modern reporting is just overwhelming. Think about it. Your traffic data is sitting over in Google Analytics 4, your revenue is in Shopify or Stripe, your pipeline is trapped in Salesforce or HubSpot, and your ad spend, yeah, that's split between Facebook, Google, and LinkedIn. Your data is everywhere, but your actual answers are nowhere. You end up spending literally all your time just collecting the numbers rather than analyzing them.
Which brings us to Section 2, centralizing metrics to build your new command center. Now, Databox isn't just another dashboarding tool. It's actually what they call a DIY BI platform, do-it-yourself business intelligence. It's designed to yank everything into one single place so you can actually understand your performance in the moment without having to write complex SQL queries or manage a massive data warehouse. It empowers anyone on your team to just self-serve their own data. Get this, they offer over 130 direct integrations. This means you can plug in your entire tech stack, from HubSpot to QuickBooks to MySQL databases, even Google Sheets, in a matter of minutes. And the Sync engine is constantly watching these integrations. They boast 100% connector uptime over the last 90 days. If an API happens to change, you get an alert, not a broken report. This makes a massive case for smaller teams. When we compare this to legacy BI solutions, the contrast is honestly night and day. A typical enterprise BI stack charges per user and can easily run you over $30,000 a year just for 25 people. And hey, that doesn't even include the average $150,000 salary you'd pay a data engineer to maintain the whole thing. Databox completely removes that complicated setup. Let's move to Section 3, key features, DIY BI, and the AI Genie. Let's see how this thing actually works. Okay, the new Genie AI Analyst is an absolute game changer. You literally just chat with your data. You type a question in everyday language, something like, why did our Facebook ad ROI drop this week? And Genie instantly gives you an explanation grounded entirely in your trusted metrics. It can even build full dashboards for you from a simple prompt. It essentially turns everyone on your team into a data analyst. But it's not just the AI. They've got over 300 plug-and-play dashboard templates, so you're never starting from a blank screen. You can set up automated, scheduled reports to fire off weekly updates directly to your stakeholders. They also have robust goals and OKRs tracking. Oh, and they recently introduced the Databox MCP, which actually lets you hook your live data straight into your own AI tools like Claude to automate recurring summaries. Jumping into Section 4, real-world business use cases. Who is actually using this thing day to day? Well, over 20,000 scaling businesses use Databox right now. If you're an agency, Databox turns reporting from a total time suck into a differentiator by automating your client updates. If you're a SaaS founder, it's huge because you can finally get finance, product, and go-to-market data into one unified view. Functional leaders use it to keep an eye on team KPIs without digging through menus, and executives can track company-wide OKRs without ever second-guessing the numbers. Listen to this quote from Jack Edge at EDG. He says that at the end of each month, 90% of their monthly report is already pulled for them. 90%. They've managed to reclaim hours of their work week, and Databox actually reports a 60% average reduction in time spent creating reports across their entire user base. Up next is Section 5, pricing, strengths, and limitations. Let's get real about what this will cost you. The entry points are actually really generous. There's a completely free plan that gives 3 users access to 3 data sources. Now, for serious businesses, the professional tier at $199 a month is where the real value kicks in. The growth plan adds data prep and advanced analytics, and then the premium tier jumps up to $999 a month for heavy enterprise-level scaling.
But here is a massive, massive strength. They do not charge per seat fees. Every single paid tier comes with unlimited users, unlimited dashboards, and unlimited custom metrics. You can literally invite your entire company to look at the data, and your monthly bill won't change a dime. That is incredibly rare in the SaaS world. We do have to point out the realistic limitations, though. If you're an agency juggling dozens of clients, and you need to bundle up to 100 data sources with advanced security and those ultra-fast 15-minute syncs, you're going to need that $999 premium plan. Extra data sources on the lower tiers will run you $7 each per month. So if you're heavily scaling your data sources, it definitely becomes a bigger financial commitment. Finally, Section 6, the final verdict. Let's wrap this up. If you are just exhausted from manual reporting, jumping between endless tabs, and constantly waiting on the tech team to pull a basic metric, Databox is highly recommended. It's an absolute powerhouse for ad agencies who want to automate client reporting, and for SaaS founders who need a no-code hub to track their goals. It bridges that gap perfectly between a simple spreadsheet and an overly complex enterprise BI tool. So I'm going to leave you with this thought to mull over this week. Is your data working for you, or are you working for your data? Are you spending more time collecting the numbers or actually making decisions based on them? With platforms like Databox and the new AI Genie, the excuse that data is just too hard to pull is pretty much gone. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope this helps you reclaim your time and get back to actually growing your business.